Before we could even hit the road, real life had other plans. A broken garbage disposal, a brand new fence going in at the house, an RV waiting in storage that needed to be picked up, brought home, and packed. And because apparently we like making things harder on ourselves, we also had to wash both the truck and the RV before leaving. So, while contractors were finishing the fence outside, we were scrambling to get everything ready for a 480-mile trek to the Splash RV Resort. A little chaos, a lot of multitasking, and somehow another RV trip begins. We get into all of it right after this.
Raise a toast to the moments that we share with our fluffy co-pilots. Love fills the air. From quirky roadside stops to the view so grand. Life's better together, hand in hand, oh man.
Welcome back. So, as I said before the credits, we had quite a week and quite an expensive week as well with it. So, Larry, what happened at the beginning of the week?
Last weekend, we went to get something out under the sink in the kitchen and realized it was floating in water.
And this is our sticks and bricks house, our actual house that we live in.
Come to find out, the kitchen disposal just went bad. It was totally rusted out on the inside, and water was basically running right through the sink and into the cabinet.
And we've learned that, I guess, a disposal has like 6.5 years, and it's gone. So, yep.
So we had that.
Had that completely new one.
I probably could have done it myself, but we had a plumber come Monday morning first thing and took care of that.
Yep.
Monday afternoon, the solar guys showed up because we had a bad controller on the side of the house.
And that's been an issue since November of last year. We have not been able to see the power that's generated.
It was working, but we couldn't see it in the app. So they spent, oh my God, 4 or 5 hours replacing that whole thing and getting it connected and working. And so that was finally good. And the Friday before the sink disaster, we had somebody come out and look at our fence in the backyard because 6.5 years of wear and storms and wind and
2 years ago we had the hurricane that came through here, and if you watch a video, which I can link up here, you'll see we've actually had the rig out front and we put in a lot of water to weigh it down and strapped it down and everything. It was okay, but our fence wasn't, and we had a lot of the vinyl fencing come down and we had it repaired. We had a guy who was coming through the neighborhood offering to help fix fences, and that was probably our first red flag, because he didn't do really a great job. And over the past year and a half, the fence has started to really fail. We've seen a lot of cracks. The post came out of the ground, all this type of stuff. So we decided that it was time for a brand new fence. So we actually contacted a fence company. That's our neighbor's house. And they came in yesterday and took all the posts out. And we're in a corner lot, so we have all the way around the house with a fence. And today they are putting all the fence posts back in and then all the panels. So they think they're going to get done today. We'll see.
The hurricane from 2 years ago really did a lot of damage on that fence.
And they piecemealed it back together, but it was uneven, and some of the panels were leaning real bad, and the posts were like it just looked bad. So he was going to come in and going to have to pull up every single post and reset them to get everything lined up the way it should be. Or our other option was just to replace it with brand new. So we decided to bite the bullet and put brand new fence all the way around the backyard.
Included a higher level of vinyl, because it's a vinyl fence. That's required in our neighborhood. The HOA, it all has to be the same color, all that. So we got a better quality, and it says it's a lifetime warranty on it, but he himself has said that he stands behind his work. So if there's any issues, if the post lean or something, he will come out and take care of that.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
So I'm selling some of Tony's organs to recover all that. If you need any or know anybody that needs any, just let me know.
Great. Yeah. So all through that, in fact, on Thursday, while they were putting the post in and starting to put the panels up, we had to run over to the storage place and pick up the rig, bring it back, and then we started loading the rig. And actually, even before we load it, what did we do? First thing we did.
Map on the table, coffee at dawn. You say pick a board, I say pick a song. From the wake of the waves to the high desert air, got a ticket to anywhere. Tony's got the dark side dream, Larry's got the runaway lights. Put your name on the screen, we're boarding your life tonight. GilComPlex, let's go, chasing every tide and a road from the decks where the song winds.
While the rig overall is pretty clean, the roof got a lot of pollen, dirt, and bird crap on it from where we store it. Looks like the birds took refuge on the top of our rig while it was in storage for the last month. So we're cleaning off the top. We'll do a little bit of cleaning on the rig itself before we head out, but this is our usual routine before we head out on any trip, especially an extensive trip like 2 weeks or longer.
First big ship, how you broke out of your shell. From the spray on your face to the mountains of ice, every stamp is a brand new life. Adventure in the overhead, sunset in the window seat. All inclusive laughter, footprints in the quiet street. GilComPlex, let's go, chasing every tide and road from the decks where the
Washed it. We washed the rig and the truck right after we brought it home. And so I think it was like 8:30 at night when we were done. And then on Friday we started loading it up with all our stuff. And Saturday, and then today is Sunday when we're filming this. And we hit the road at 9 a.m.
Also, in the middle of all that, we discovered that the sprinkler system wasn't working
That's right.
because we told the solar people that the pipe running down the side of the house was no longer used and they could get rid of it. Wrong. That was the power supply to the controller,
Oops.
which they cut. And so we had to have our irrigation guy, thank you Moses, come out yesterday and fix that because the yard, we've had no rain at all and the yard was literally dying.
Yeah, in Florida heat, and it's in the 90s already here in April. So the grass was shriveling up. So it looks a lot better today after this one good soaking. So yeah, that happened. And annoying thing, of course, the solar guys is why they didn't say, hey guys,
There's a
wire in here.
Should we cut it?
Yeah, they just cut it and we're like, good to go. So, but nonetheless, that was on us because we told them to cut, to remove it and cut it off the wall and everything. So, but we were kind of stressed out with all of that stuff going on this week because we knew we were heading up to the Splash RV Resort in Milton, Florida. This will be our...
Having a checklist is always good because we walk into the house and we realize, oops, we forgot this is our bag from the Alliance National Rally last year, but we use it to haul our dog stuff, the dog bowls, medicine, all that type of stuff. We usually put that in the pantry, but we forgot. So it's always good to do a last walk around before you leave.
This is the second time that we're using our bike cover, and it was great for the trip that we used it first time when we went just to Orlando. Today we're getting ready for our trip to Milton, Florida, and then on to Texas. So we've already put the bikes on, and now we're putting in, just strapping everything down. The one downside is there's already been a fail. This strap came out of the stitching, so we had to kind of figure it out. And so that's too bad. After just one trip, we already had one of the straps break. So, but it has been good for us so far. This will be our second time there, but our first time co-hosting the Alliance RV Southern Ally Rally. So Alliance RV has owners, if they want to put on regional events, they encourage them to do it. And this is one that we took over from Martha and Chris, who are venturesome couple here on YouTube. So that's what we're doing. So we had a lot of that stuff that we had to coordinate and get stuff loaded in for that event in the rig, in the truck. And we're heading up to start that. So we're going to get up there today, and people will start arriving at any point, but the actual event doesn't start till Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the actual Southern Ally Rally. It'll be a lot of fun to see all our friends that we haven't seen in a year, plus some friends we have seen over the last year too.
I was.
Yeah, it's back in town again.
And then from there, we will then be heading out to Texas. So we are going to Texas for the Alliance RV Texas Ally Rally in Crystal Beach, which is right outside of Galveston. We're going to Camp Margaritaville. We'll be there just to enjoy ourselves for a week. That will be vacation, because this week I'm actually working all week, but the week that we're in Texas will be vacation. And so we'll have more on that on a separate video. And we come home. When we get home, Larry is home for
3 days.
3 days, and then he heads back up to Minnesota to do some dog watching, dog sitting for our dear friends Gary and Brad.
For 9 days.
For 9 days, 9 or 10 days, and he comes home, and he's home for
2 days.
Is it just 2?
I have to go to Gaines. I have to take my mom to Gaines. I fly in Monday evening. We're going to have to go get the rig, because then Tuesday morning I have to leave super early to take my mom to Gainesville to the doctor. We'll get home Tuesday
2.5
afternoon.
hours. That's 2.5 hours north of Tampa.
And then on Thursday at noon, we have to leave for Indiana.
And Indiana is the National Alliance Ally Rally in Elkhart, Indiana. This will be our third time going, and that's a 2-day trip for us. So we're going to head up to Cordell, Georgia, where we usually stay at a Love's travel stop, RV stop. Then we'll head up into Kentucky from there, and then that'll be a stay. And then after that, we go right into Elkhart from there. So we'll be there for a week, and then we come home, coming back through Kentucky, back to Georgia, and back home. So 3 Alliance rallies in a month and a half, and so it's a lot. So stay tuned for all of this, as well as what else is going to happen for these different rallies. And they'll probably be in different videos. We appreciate you being here, and of course, as always, subscribe to the channel if you don't. It's free. All you have to do is click subscribe, and then you can click the little bell, and you get notified every time we put up a new video as well. We appreciate it. Like it, comment. It's all good for the algorithms, and we appreciate everybody who has subscribed to us over the last 2 years, as we're into our 3rd year. And we're having a lot of fun with this, so we love that you guys like to watch our antics and all the crazy stuff that we do and how we figure stuff out as we go. So thanks again, everybody, and we will see you on the next video.
See ya.
Bye.
Let the worries go. Flip the switch, let the good times roll. Hand in hand, yeah, we're heading